Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Stranger Things Season 3, Episode 3. So, crazy stuff. We have what I assume to be the Mind Flayer talking to Billy through a duplicate of him. I don't know if that's just an illusion, or if they're, like... My far-fetched theory, tinfoil hat theory, is that there's, like, other people in that world, and there's a copy of Billy there, right? Like, parallel world stuff where there can be, like, a copy of you, but... maybe it can be a little different or whatever. Maybe it took over that world, but I that's my far-fetched tinfoil hat theory because there's too much stuff. I talked a lot about it in the discussion last episode, but yeah, crazy stuff there. We have the spy stuff where they got the transmission. They realized one of the songs was right from the mall, which made them realize that the Russian spy is broadcasting from Hawkins. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that one goes. And then we also have the rats eating fertilizer and stuff like that with Jonathan and Nancy looking into that. So all our characters are kind of like doing their thing, you know. So it's going to be interesting when it all gets like tied together and things get pretty crazy. I did see the title for this one, but it's not really a spoiler, luckily. It's just the case of the missing lifeguard, which that's what we saw at the end of the last episode. Billy took that lifeguard to that basement where there was some fleshy monster. It almost looked like the form of the Mind Flayer to me, anyway. Maybe I'm wrong. It was really dark, so we'll see what... I don't know if she's gonna turn into fleshy bits to be a part of it, or if she's gonna be mind controlled to do shit, kind of like Billy, or what. So, yeah, let's start the episode and see what happens. We're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. I probably should clean my glasses. I never realize it until I, like, get all my lights on and start looking at the screen, and I'm like, ooh. Looking at other boys already. Oh, nice. I didn't catch that. I haven't seen Karate Kid since I was a kid. They're just playing games. They're probably just playing D&D. Oh no. Is she gonna spy on him? Yep. She's gonna use her powers. She's gonna see something she doesn't like. Or she's gonna see something in relation to the Upside Down. And all that's going on. Maybe this is how she finds out about the almost a cheerleader. She needs to focus on someone, though, so she won't be able to find the lifeguard that way, I don't think. Uh-oh. Freaking kids. Oh no. God. Ugh. Alright. That went better than I thought it was gonna go. I thought she was gonna, like... Uh-oh. Oh, he's drunk as hell, isn't he? Yep. Gotta control your temper there, Hopper. Well, his night went from shitty to, yes, that's right. I took care of a problem, and now I'm happy. Oh, frickin' spin the bottle. Man, I haven't thought of spin the bottle in forever. It's weird though, isn't it? Usually you do this at like a party and you like... I never did it when I was a kid. Oh, they're gonna spy. Oh shit, they're gonna spy. They're choosing who to spy on. I was gonna say, what are they, like, what's the outcome gonna be? Like, usually you do it at a party and you, like, kiss the person that it, like, goes to, you know? But, no, she's gonna spy on, oh, fuck. She's gonna learn some shit going on right here. This is crazy. Let's go. Come on, please see some shit. Oh, she's gonna see the girl in the trunk? Or not? Oh shit. Can she focus in on someone she doesn't know is there? Like, can she expand her vision at all? He knows. It knows. What? Oh shit. I got chills. Oh god. They're gonna get on the case now, aren't they? Are they gonna start looking into it? Because he shouldn't be able to see her, right? And she could tell. Ian Patterson! I don't know. I don't know why I did that. I don't even know who that is. I mean, executive producer, but... Alright. The Duffer Brothers! Guess I tell you the title pretty early in the episode, too, so... Not that big of a deal that I saw it. I try to prevent looking at it if I can, though. Ooh, we got a storm. Just a sugar high. What are you doing, Will? Will the wise. Yeah, you gotta rescue him, baby. Yep. Jeez. I guess he's got a freaking hangover, but I'm like so not like that. I like always put my. Oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah. I like how she had to bring magnets because she just assumed he didn't have any. Come on, Hopper. She is onto some shit. I'd be mad too, but if suddenly, like. So they're not. Those Russians we saw, they're not operating out of, like, Hawkins' lab opening the portal or something, right? That'd be crazy if they secretly, like, were working in there. I'd be weirded out if, like, a shit ton of magnets suddenly stopped working. God damn it, Hopper. She's gonna walk in, isn't she? While he's getting dressed. Well. Is something... Is she just gonna leave? We haven't seen her in a few, right? She might just be gone. You know... If you're not gonna help, she's gonna find someone who is. I love Hopper. I get it. I'd be pissed too, but I'd also be really weirded out if suddenly a bunch of magnets stopped working. Like, maybe if one magnet stopped working, I'd be like, okay, that magnet, like, I don't know how a magnet can break, but, like, how a single magnet can lose its magnetism. Maybe it's just old, right? But... oh, God. Hmm. They're going into his room. No internet back then. Oh, shit. Are they gonna remember that the thing doesn't like the heat? Hmm. Yeah, she's... oh. It's not good. That's definitely not for his muscles. Or him just making the ladies happy scream. Oh boy. Hmm. We're gonna laugh out of the room again. Yeah, no one knows about the weird shit that happened in the lab. Yeah. Really? Aw, he's just fucking with her. Damn it. I thought he was actually gonna stand up for her. She needs to start her own paper with strippers and beer. You got a job to do, girl. Robin. I see her name tag. She just comes in and tries shit. Oh god. The people behind them are probably like, what the fuck are these two doing? We definitely know her name now, if I didn't see the name tag. What? Dustin got some good advice. Oh boy, he's gonna be an asshole. Dustin's advice was right. Worrying about popularity and shit. Just date someone you like. Not what you're gonna get out of them. Will's gonna, yep, I was gonna say, Will's gonna be so into it, and they're just not. Having two players is rough. I feel bad for Will. They're gonna answer. Oh. Damn buzzkills. Oh, Will. No, they definitely don't. Uh, he lost a lot of, like... Oh, shit. Damn. I feel bad for Will, like... He lost a lot of his childhood to the shit that happened to him, right? Like, I mean, I know it was only a couple of years, but when you're that young, those couple of years are pretty big, right? And it does suck when you start growing apart from your friends. Like, I grew apart from a lot of my friends that I had at all my friends I had at that age, actually. And I ended up making new friends that are into the stuff that I'm into, but how do they know? Hmm. Oh, she's gonna see what she looks like, and then she's gonna spy on her, right? Alright. Get some white noise. They're just putting duct tape over goggles. Nice. Let's go. What happened to you, Heather? Oh, I didn't know she could touch things when she was in there. Have we ever seen her, other than she went up and, like, was either about to touch or she did touch the Demogorgon? Other than that, I don't think we've seen her touch anything in there. It's always, like, faded before she could reach it. What is in the creepy bathtub? Ice water, yep. Shit. What? Jesus, that's terrifying. Oh, the music. Alright. Goddamn. Well, I guess we're about to find out, right? If what we saw the Russians doing in the beginning is here. It'd be wild if somehow they, like, snuck in to do shit, right? But maybe if they, like, somehow opened a portal in Russia, could they have... Aw, this is... yeah. Damn. Rest in peace, Bob. We don't need to see it again. Best character in the show right there. But maybe if they opened a portal, like, in Russia, maybe the portal here opened and they'll find out or something? I don't know. Or maybe they are doing shit here. Uh-oh. Maybe they are doing shit here. Okay, we went somewhere else. I was like, who's looking through the camera? Hmm. It's just a guy with a duffel bag. You don't know that! I can't... Is that the same guy we saw at the bar? It doesn't look like the same guy. But I don't exactly remember what he looked like, right? I'm pretty sure this guy is just gonna be like... Why did he turn around, though? Like, oh. He's just a yoga instructor. Their faces. How have you gone to the mall? How do you work in the mall and you don't know this is a thing? They're acting like it's the first time they've ever seen it. Maybe Dustin. He doesn't work here, but... She's just sitting here figuring shit out. Did she... Oh, shit. A lynx. Okay. Silver cat. Ah. So, like a Chinese food place or something? Or something Chinese related here? Yep. She is just breaking that code. So what do all these stores have to do? When blue meets yellow in the west? That'd be 3 o'clock or something? No. It wouldn't be an even time. It'd be like 3:15 or something, right? Roughly. Oh my god, they're fucking with her. That's so mean. I hope some, like, shit happens that, like, vindicates the shit out of her. Oh, did it give her an idea? Oh, they're gonna go back to her's house? Yeah, I mean, it is pretty unbelievable what she's trying to pitch them, but they don't have to be assholes about it, right? And very misogynistic. Like, you're just supposed to be the girl that brings us food. That's all you're here for, and answer the phones. Don't try to think you can go out of your place, woman. That's what I get from it anyway. This is where the portal was? I'm guessing. That camera did kick on, though. Unfortunately, Hopper, you are wrong. You're not. Come on. So many of these characters are getting so close to, like, finding shit. And some of them are finding shit, and that's great. If they go back to that rat, are they gonna see the trail of blood that, like, left it? When it, like, left its cell? Uh, is she thinking about moving? Oh, that's why Will wants to play so bad, isn't it? Oh, they don't know. I was thinking Will knows he's moving, but he doesn't want to tell the other kids. Huh. And he was just trying to, like, enjoy, like, a few last hurrahs with them before he leaves, but maybe not. Unless he found out somehow. I mean... Oh no! So mean, Joyce. Oh. Probably just a rat. Oh, so he's into it. I'm surprised he's not just, like, passing it off as some kind of... I mean, it wouldn't be surprising if an animal lived in here. That's a cool... I like that shot! That was awesome. Just the shadow. Random ass bug flew into the wall. That was funny. Is he not gonna be here? Leave Will... he's at Castle Byers. Okay. I guess he has a tarp over it, it seems like. I was gonna say, like, how is this place waterproof? Oh, it's crazy how much younger they look when you see them, like, side by side like that, you know? Like, even though I just rewatched season 1, I knew they looked younger, but, like, actually seeing it, like, back and forth like that. Oh, well, come on. Oh, man. I feel so bad for Will. It's also probably about, like, normalcy, too, right? Like, after everything that happened to him, he probably just wants things to feel like they used to be. But everything changed when what happened to him, and then everything's changing in another way now, too, you know? Uh-oh. I hope the sweet old lady isn't, hurt. The rat didn't, like, attack her or something, did it? Uh-oh. She's gonna be like in the bathroom or something. It's gonna be nothing. I'm gonna scare the crap out of her coming from her basement. Uh-oh. Yeah. Okay, so maybe it didn't leave. I assumed... Oh my god, she's gonna be like a zombie or some shit. What the fuck? Why? Why fertilizer and stuff? What the fuck? The West. I always get East and West messed up. I apologize. I got the timing way the fuck off. That'd be what, 8:45-ish, maybe? Maybe 9:45? Sorry, guys. I do that all the time. Even in games, when it's like, yes, go west, I always look east first. And then I'm like, wait, no, that's wrong. Yeah, they straight up have guns, too. Maybe they are doing some shit in Hawkins' lab. The whole, like, spy network going on here. That's crazy. I hope it's not just an animal. It's gonna be such a cliche thing if it's just an animal and then Hopper's like, oh, well, I guess there's nothing. And then he'll just have to find out later. Yep, here it is. I feel it. No? Oh, shit! Well, oh! Oh my god, your ribs! Come on, Hopper! Oh! Come on, Joyce! Maybe? Oh, is he just gone? Of course he has a motorcycle, doesn't he? Of course. Well, Hopper knows some shit now. So many moving parts. This is crazy. It's been a really good episode. It's the red door. They're just breaking in. Oh, that's the guy, the reporter guy. That's her dad? Right? Oh, no. It knows it was being spied on, so it's trying to make... It's covering everything up? Damn. It's smart. Covering up. Good. Definitely don't want to say no crazy shit right now. So creepy. So it... Look how dilated his pupils are. I didn't notice that before. Oh, it recognized her! Oh, fuck. It knows. Damn, it's crazy how smart this thing is. Fuck. Oh. He's getting the heebie-jeebies again. Oh shit! He knows! I'm glad he's not just ignoring it. I have him now! What Will just had, I have the goosey bumpies. Oh boy. Got an asshole in the office, an asshole at... Jesus, chill. Uh-oh. Are they... Ah, he drugged them. Yep, they're taking more people. God damn it. Just gonna chloroform his ass. Shit! Buy this American pie. Alright. Sorry, I was just rocking out to the music. Be the day that I die. Alright, that is it for episode 3. That was a really good episode. Like, the first 2 episodes were really good. I definitely enjoyed them, but, like, all the pieces are, like, starting to come together. Everyone's, like, discovering some crazy shit on their own, and there's so many different crazy things happening. Like, them finding the spy, like, Dustin and them still don't even know anything about, like, the portal being opened again, and the Mind Flayer being back. They just think they're on some spy shit, right? And then, you know, we have Nancy who stumbled. They still don't know. They just know the rats are going kind of crazy. And then they stumble in on Miss Driscoll, like, eating fertilizer. I don't know what the hell is up with the fertilizer. Like, why? There must be some kind of, like, chemical in it that they like, thrive on or something. I don't know. Or that they somehow need. Because they mention, like, fertilizers and... Or, sorry, not like, fertilizers, pesticides, like, all these different, like, chemical kind of agent sort of things, right? But, yeah. Whew. And, I mean, we saw it get full control of Will before, so it makes sense. And it's learning how to appear normal, right? Like, it took over Billy and the daughter and was able to still pretend like they're people and stuff like that. So I think it's learning, it's getting better to pretend how to be human, and now we're gonna start having countless people. Like, I don't know how Miss Driscoll got taken over, but these two are definitely going to start capturing people, spreading it, you know? And now there's 4 of them, maybe 5. I don't know if Miss Driscoll's the same thing. Miss Driscoll seems like more like a rabies rat, whereas Billy and Heather seem more like they're, hold on, excuse me. Billy and Heather seem like they're, like, more like the soldiers rather than being like the rabies monster things. But maybe Miss Driscoll is the same as them, just given a different task, right? Maybe if the Mind Flayer wanted Miss Driscoll to be like them, she could like clean up her act and act normal and stuff like that. But yeah, so it basically we had Elle spying on them, spying on Billy. It saw her spying, and so did it. When it saw her spying, did it know like, oh shit, she's gonna figure some shit out, so we need to act normal? Or was it not part of the plan at all? Like maybe the whole plan was just to go get the parents, regardless of whether Elle saw them or not. Maybe what Billy and Heather did there is what it was supposed to do anyway, right? So it might not have changed. Because originally I was like, oh, Billy saw Elle looking in on him, and then the Mind Flayer was like, okay, we need to act normal, and all that. So, but I don't think that's the case. I think he did act normal on purpose, but that's crazy how it recognized her too from when she closed the portal on it. It's so cool how smart this thing's getting. And now that it's like communicating and stuff, maybe we can learn more about it if we can like somehow corner it to the point where it will talk to us or something. Like it seems like it's definitely seems like it started as just like a predator that likes to consume, right? Expand and consume seems like it's like a parasite in that way, where it just like, it's not sentient, or at least it wasn't. Now, I think maybe by feeding off of like being a part of Will and now being a part of these other people, I think it might be starting to gain some sentience where maybe it can like communicate, but it'll probably still have that prime desire to, you know, just take over this world too. And then maybe move on to the next one if there are others. I don't know. But yeah, I'm definitely fascinated. I do wonder if like, could it be possible that the world the Mind Flayer is in was actually a parallel world? And you know how I talked about like, I don't think it's like the traditional parallel world where like it used to have like a bunch of people and you know, like parallel to our world, and it was a fully functioning society until the Mind Flayer got there, corrupted it, took it over. I didn't think that was the case because of like the way that things happen in our world, and it seems to happen in the Upside Down too, right? So that's where it like really threw me off. But what if it's something like the Mind Flayer took over that world and then focused its energy on like breaking down the wall between that world and ours, and by doing that it allowed things to bleed through like that, right? Like maybe it just made it ended up being like a veil over like the two worlds rather than them being like totally isolated, and that's why some things change and some don't and stuff like that. I don't know, it's just a theory, but yeah, I don't know that we're ever gonna get it, right? We may never get it, but like the lore like side of me just wants them to communicate with the Mind Flayer, and just I want it to like spill its story, right? Like and learn like, what did it take over that world? Has it always been in that world? Like what is it? Like I want it to like exposit all the information, and like I said, we may not never get that because it's supposed to be like a suspenseful thriller, and when you start answering a lot of the questions and you start learning a lot about the thing, it doesn't make it as like mysterious and thrillery anymore because you just know about it. But Like, I don't think that just because it might get rid of the mystery a little bit, I don't think it's a bad thing to give us some answers. But yeah, anyway, we're just gonna have to keep watching to find that out. I like how it kind of feels like a little natural how some of these characters have like stumbled into the stories, right? Like Nancy is all up on her thing because she got that call. She knows about the crazy shit that's happened in Hawkins before. So when she hears like rats going crazy, all these other guys are like, "Ha ha ha! Rats don't just go crazy," you know. And but she's like, "Oh well, like we've seen some weird shit before in this town, so I'm gonna look into it." And so it feels very natural how her and Jonathan got into this storyline, right? Um, Now, Dustin hearing the Russian over the radio, I guess, like, everyone's worried about Russians in this time, it seems like. So, even in, like, the first couple seasons, we had them always making jokes about Russian spies, and Russians this, and Russians that, and blaming everything on the Russians. So I guess, like, it really stands out when you hear Russian like that on a radio that shouldn't be able to reach Russia, right? And it's a pretty big deal for people to be speaking Russia in the US, so I guess it would like come off as a little weird and made them investigate and made them find the spy stuff. Um Will's has just been kind of a feeling he's been getting, but I guess he's been putting it off and ignoring it, but I guess he felt it enough to be able to tell this time. I'm curious what the other kids will think. Will they take him for his word, or will they doubt him briefly, right? I'm not sure. But we have Elle and Max who were just playing spin the bottle, just a typical game of just who to spy on, right? And it just happened to land on Billy, and they saw some crazy shit and investigated and found more crazy shit. So I can't imagine, like, did they try to rationalize everything they saw, or do they not believe what they saw is real, right? Like, they all know, like, Max was there when Will was controlled and could only talk through Morse code. Will they go, like, down that rabbit hole? Will she think of that and be like, oh, I think my brother's being controlled like that, right? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But I'm really curious what they think of that, because we never cut back to them. They just left on the bike, so we don't know whether they believed that little show they put on there at the house or what. Obviously we have Joyce's storyline where she like is maybe the most crazy one, where it's just like following like the magnets, but like I said during the episode, if a ton of magnets suddenly stopped working, I'd be concerned, especially with all the weird shit that's gone on in this town, right? And a lot of it has to do with electricity, and like magnetism being a part of that doesn't surprise me, and all that. Like, I guess the kids were the ones that found this out, but the whole like compass thing being messed up too in season 1, I think that was. Like, that's just, I feel like if I was Hopper, I would be more open to being like, okay, that's weird. But I understand he was mad, he was stood up, and then she just comes in and pretends like it never happened, and he's hungover, he's upset, I get it, I do, but she kind of forced him to go there because she was going to go there alone, and they ran into some Russian spy. Like, I don't know if Hopper's gonna know it's a Russian or not, but if anything, it's someone that knows how to fight enough to beat Hopper's ass, right? And what are they doing there in that lab? So, and we have that whole spy network like delivering like materials through like delivery companies, I'm assuming, which is probably what they're using. Like, so do they have like an underground area of the lab? Like, I really wonder if what we saw in season 1 with that laser shooting the portal hole and everything, was that the Russians here in Hawkins? Like, it even seemed like there was like military guys down there and everything, and all that. I don't know. I have no idea, but I'm definitely interested in learning it. But props to Robin for figuring out the code too. She saw like the what I guess she saw the word lynx and thought cat, and that's why she was like eyeing the guy a lot. And then when the guy turned around, he had the silver lynx on the back, silver cat, and that's what made her just like rush out to the mall and start, putting the pieces together. That was pretty crazy. It was very cool though. I love little codes like that aren't like they're not so complex that you can't figure it out yourself, but like, and that's what makes them fun is maybe I wonder if they showed anything in the previous episodes that could have led us to figure it out. Now, that might not be the case. Like, did we see the Lynx company like at all? Did we see anyone walking around with that shirt? Did we see any of those stores that they mentioned or the clock and stuff like that? Like, I wonder if we had that code and we looked back at the first couple episodes if we could have put two and two together or whatnot. But yeah, that was pretty crazy. One thing that they mentioned this episode, they said, when Mike and Will were having their argument, right, and Mike said, it's like, it's not our fault you don't like girls. Like, now, obviously, I know he seems like he's just not interested in dating, right? Like, that's what he said to his mom and everything, but is it possible that he's gay? Like, not that there's anything wrong with that, but especially in the 1800s, I think it's definitely not like a solid time to come out, so he probably wouldn't come out, but like he might not be, right? He might just be not interested. Like, I mean, I like girls, right? But I'm not super interested in dating. Like, I could kind of care less. I'm single. I've been single for a very long time, and I kind of like it, right? Like, I don't feel like I need someone in my life. So it's like I'm happy the way that I am and everything. So why change anything? And it's just sometimes hard to meet people too. But regardless, like, he could just be like that, right? Where he's just like, I don't feel the need to like go and like there's people in the world that need other people, like they need that connection. They I had a friend that would like get depressed and stuff whenever he'd get broken up with, and like it'd be a while later. Like it wouldn't have been even a serious relationship. It was like a high school fling thing, right? And he'd get broken up with, and he would be like constantly talking about how he like needs someone to be with, right? Like he couldn't function without having a girlfriend. And it was like, I've just never been that way, It's like, hell, I mean, at this point I'm 31 years old and I don't care that much. I wouldn't be surprised if I go the rest of my life without caring that much. If I meet someone, I meet someone. It happens, right? But I really don't care. So it's just people are different, and maybe that's how he is. I don't know. Or maybe he is gay. Maybe that's what they're building up to. But yeah. Joyce was considering moving. Now, with all this shit going on, I don't know if this is going to reinforce her desire to move, or she's like, too much fucked up shit happens here. Or if it is going to be kind of like what Hopper said, and it's like, people know what you went through in this town, right? Like, there's a good chunk of people that know the truth. And if you go somewhere completely new, if you ever have any of these like inklings, right? If you ever have like the magnet stop working and you try to tell anybody, no one's gonna listen. Like at least Hopper kind of entertained it a little bit. Like sure, he didn't listen right away, but then he followed and he was interested in like going through the building with her and all that. So like, but I feel like no one would give her the time of day if she was somewhere else. And maybe that little bit of advice and seeing this crazy shit happen again, maybe they stay because of it. I don't know. But like I said, or maybe it pushes them away more because they need to get their kids away from this bullshit where they can, try to grow up normal and not every year or two getting freaking invaded by Russian spies or dealing with portals to other dimensions that just want to fuck everything up. But yeah, I felt really bad for Will. Not just that part of the fight, but the rest of it, of like him seeing his friends like grow up and grow apart. Like, I definitely felt that too. I like growing up, I got really into video games, right? Like that was my thing that I ended up, because what happened is I grew up in the city, and then at the end of 6th grade we moved. So for 7th and 8th grade I was out in the we weren't in the city anymore, we were more in the woods and everything. So after that move, I went to a different school, like the local school that's in this town and everything. And then I made friends with kids there, which got me into PC gaming. And basically that was like my big thing was PC gaming. And then when it came to going to high school, since I only had 2 years here in the new spot, I then decided to, what's it called? I decided to try to apply and go back to my old high school, because it was close enough that I could get a ride from, and it was near where my mom worked at the time, so she could give me a ride until I got until sophomore year when I got my license or whatever, and then I was able to drive myself, because I wanted to like go back with those friends, right? But by the time I went back with those friends, they weren't really into games anymore. They were more into like drugs and like, you know, smoking pot and stuff like that. And I didn't care about that stuff. So like, I just never really rekindled my friendship with them. And I kind of wish I went to the other school with the friends that I made here went to. I don't know why I didn't. I should have. It probably would have been a much better experience for me, because I didn't get bullied or anything, but I only had like 1 or 2 friends at that school. And, you know, whenever I had a lunch period with those couple friends, I would sit with them and everything. But there were a few times where I didn't have a lunch period with them, and I would legit just sit there and do my homework and stuff, you know, after I finished eating. So that way when I got home, I could play video games and stuff. But basically, I get how it feels to like drift apart from those friends, because they start liking things that you don't like, and it's a really shitty feeling. Now, I've always been introverted, so it hasn't been too bad for me, because like I thrive in loneliness, right? Like I don't want too many friends to have to hang out with, because that's the way I view it. It's like, oh, I gotta go try to make him happy and go hang out with him, you know? Like, even though I don't want to, it's one of those things. So, but I can't imagine how it feels for someone that maybe is a little bit more extroverted, right? And is very outgoing and wants those connections, but like finds a hard time getting them and everything. Because I mean, that's the thing, is there's probably some people that watch this show and they're like, oh, well, you need to outgrow that like kid D&D phase, but plenty of adults play D&D. It's a great game, you know? Like, so it's definitely nothing wrong with him still being into D&D, right? It just sucks that his friends aren't as into it anymore. But it was also, like, they might still be kind of into D&D. It was just a really bad time, too. Like, Mike had just, you know, got into a fight with Elle. They broke up. Now, I don't think that's going to last anyway. But as a kid, it's the end of the world, right? When that kind of thing happens. So it was also kind of a bad time to, like, try to get your friends into a D&D campaign when they're going through some shit. So, but either way, a lot of complex things this episode. I had a lot of fun with it. I also like that the spying from Elle to Mike and Lucas wasn't like... I felt like it was going in a bad direction, and I felt like it was going to be like a lot of drama, and they were going to say some shit that Elle spied on, and then Elle was going to like confront them about it and be like, oh, you were spying on us? Like, and it was just going to blow up the fight even more, and it was going to be more tween drama, and it was going to be like, you know. But I like that they just burped and farted, and then she just started cracking up. Like, it didn't go the route that I thought, and then shit got serious when they spied on other people, and now, like, I think a lot of that tween drama is going to be kind of out the window a little bit while people figure out all this crazy shit going on. Because on the one hand, we have Elle and Max that know something weird happened there, and then now we have the boys who Will is saying that he's back. When they come together and both tell their stories, they're going to put two and two. Like, if they don't individually put two and two together, they're definitely going to put it together when they come together and share the story. So, yeah. Great episode. Absolutely loved it. Cannot wait to watch more. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more from me. Link in the description below. You can see 2 more episodes ahead of time on there through the Patreon show tier. Check it out. Or no, sorry, through the early access tier. Actually, never mind. I lied. This was a Patreon show initially. If you want to see the rest of Stranger Things, you can find it on my Patreon. You can see the rest of Season 3 and Season 4 right now, unless you are watching from Patreon already, then you're stuck waiting week to week, but I very much appreciate the support. And you'll also be able to see whatever has replaced this show, so yeah, a lot of cool things on there. Check it out. It's a way to support me. I very much appreciate it. Like I said, links are in the description, should be popping up on the screen, and I'll see you guys in my future reactions. Bye-bye.